Hi everyone, thanks so much for joining today's webinar. My name is Luzanne Lottering and I'm an account manager here at Cardiolog Analytics. I will go ahead and kick things off. Today's webinar is about unlocking advanced insights, elevating SharePoint through augmented analytics. I have great news for everyone attending this webinar. Congratulations, because Cardiolog Analytics is giving away a free trial to all attendees of our Augmented Analytics solution. And we will be in touch with all the attendees after the webinar to set up that free evaluation for you. So congratulations. Let's begin with a bit of housekeeping. This webinar is being recorded. If you want to share this with a colleague, we'll go ahead and send an email with the recording after today's session. And of course, if you have any questions, please send them through the questions box within the GoToWebinar panel. We'll leave some time towards the end for Q&A. And you can also connect with us on Twitter with the Twitter handle @Cardiolog. In regards to the agenda for today's webinar, we'll start out with a very short introduction. I'll talk a bit about Cardiolog Analytics and who we are, and then go into detail about what Augmented Analytics is and how organizations can leverage it to drive SharePoint adoption and user productivity. I'll then hop into the demo environments and show you Augmented Analytics capabilities, and also walk you through how you can not only track user activity in SharePoint, but also how to leverage our engagement solution to drive SharePoint adoption and user productivity and take advantage of the features. At the end, we'll be taking some Q&A, so feel free to send your questions throughout the course of the presentation. So I'll start off with a brief introduction about who we are. Cardiolog Analytics has been around for about 19 years now, since 2005. We're based out of Boston. Over the past 19 years, we've been focused on analytics and engagement designed for SharePoint, Teams, and Microsoft Office 365. Our flagship solution is Cardiolog Analytics, and it's built specifically for internal platforms, including all versions of SharePoint from 2013 to 2019, as well as SharePoint Online, SharePoint Subscription Edition, Microsoft Teams, OneDrive, Exchange, Viva Engage, formerly known as Yammer. And our solution is available both on-prem and as a SaaS version based on Power BI. Our goal is to help our customers constantly improve Microsoft 365 based on how it's being used. So there are 4 pillars that we talk to our customers about. The first is Monitor, which is tracking the usage within SharePoint and Teams, and OneDrive and Exchange. And the second is engaging users, asking them what their needs are, what their pain points are, and what's not working for them. And then the next pillar is to enhance. We want to make sure that we're constantly improving SharePoint and Teams and so on based on those 2 pillars. The idea is to have actionable metrics which will allow us to constantly make Microsoft 365 platforms better for our users. And then finally, the last pillar is securing Microsoft 365 by enforcing permissions and access and identifying breaches of information and securing confidential data. Let's get into our topic today by first talking about what Augmented Analytics is. Generating insights from data remains a huge challenge for almost all businesses. Augmented Analytics pinpoints problematic areas on the SharePoint page so you can take action based on the data. Augmented Analytics is a cutting-edge approach to data analysis that leverages advanced technologies like machine learning and artificial intelligence to enhance the data exploration and decision-making process. Unlike traditional analytics, which often requires a high degree of technical expertise, Augmented Analytics aims to simplify data analysis by automating complex tasks, and covering insights and providing natural language interfaces for users to interact with data effortlessly. It empowers organizations to derive actionable insights from their data, make informed decisions, and drive innovation more effectively, ultimately leading to improved business outcomes. So how does it work? Augmented Analytics uses AI and machine learning techniques to present to business people the insights most important to them. Augmented Analytics meaningful insights take you step by step in order to improve your site or content, and it will transform how analytics can be consumed. So let's hop straight into a demo and I'll show you why I said what I just said. Augmented Analytics drives SharePoint adoption and users productivity with SaaS-based data analytics maps and insights. What's really neat about Augmented Analytics is that the insights are actionable because it connects directly to an action you can take to solve a problem on the platform. These actionable insights are extremely helpful because they serve as a guiding light for what you should prioritize on your platform to help drive business productivity. Visualizing the track data in different formats helps with easy interpretation and analysis. Let me show you. With Augmented Analytics, you can take here really any content within SharePoint, and then we'll add a few layers. You'll first be able to see each and every click. Now you can see each and every click performed on the page. You can see around most of the buttons or headers or images even is where we have most of the clicks. You can see a few random ones also in the white area. But if you prefer to see button clicks by number, you can also object and then here if I hover over each of these links, for example, you'll see the total number of clicks on that link or on that image. So we can see aggregated total of links on each link button or the actual clicks or points. By analyzing click patterns, administrators, for example, can identify which features are most used, how intuitive the navigation is, and whether certain content is engaging or maybe overlooked. They can also guide content updates, layout changes, and the development of new features and content that align with user preferences and needs. Detailed click tracking can help to quickly identify and resolve issues. For example, if many users click on a non-functional link, or if there's a sudden drop in engagement with a specific page, the administrator or the manager can investigate and rectify these issues promptly. We can also visualize this as a heat map to emphasize even more where the hotspots on the page are, for example. So right now you are looking at the scroll map to show if maybe some content is not being viewed due to its placement on the page, and therefore it can be moved in order to surface it. Similar to the Cardiolog analytics data you have in the reports, you can also use different kinds of filters here with this data. Let me show you a few examples. So of course you could see interaction from specific date ranges. So you can see data from yesterday or last week, or you can customize it if you want to see data for a certain amount of time. You can put in the from to dates to get data for a very specific period of time. Long-term analysis of click trends can inform strategic decisions about the evolution of the SharePoint environment, helping organizations align their SharePoint strategy with the actual user needs and business goals. Other filters will include things like filtering by department, or location, or other attributes that you might want to use. It is valuable to see what part of the page, such as this home page, is being accessed or used by viewers or users from different departments. Understanding how different departments are interacting with the SharePoint homepage enables targeted customization, improved navigation, and enhanced collaboration, ultimately leading to a more effective and a more user-centric digital workspace. Another layer here are the insights. Because we know not only where they clicked on the page, but also their next pages, we are trying to help customers not just get the data, for example, 1,000 clicks and so forth, but also to add some insights for them as well. So let's look at some of these insights. For example, we are saying here that 74% of visitors who clicked on this specific link to view the list of all articles clicked on the third article on the next page. So now it's suggesting add a link to it directly on the home page, and that will save up to 104 minutes a week. So that's a really great insight and really simple insight on an action that you can take in order to improve your SharePoint environment. You can save a lot of time if you make it easier to get to that content quicker. The idea with these insights is to go one step beyond just that raw data or that number of clicks, but to give additional insights for our customers on where they might want to take a little more notice and suggestions on how they can improve different areas of the page. Again, Augmented Analytics transforms how analytics can be built, consumed, and shared. Now I would like to hop into Cardiolog Engage so I can show you how this amazing tool uses all of the insights and data I've just shown you to take action to drive productivity, collaboration, and consumption in all those different environments, and also get valuable insights directly from users. So here in the goals section, there are two main ways in which you can use the tool. You can create a campaign from scratch, but we also have some pre-canned campaigns based on common use cases from our customers. So for example, promoting a page, asking people for feedback around search. So you can have some pre-built campaigns. So if you click on one of these, it will start to build a campaign and will fill out those details for you based on the goal you've selected. Or you can skip that and build a campaign from scratch. So step one will be choosing your audience. Do you want to send a campaign, send a message to all of your users? Maybe only those inactive ones based on the data we've just seen, those users who did not click on a search result or did not interact with any campaign or interact with maybe Microsoft Teams or SharePoint. Maybe I want to reach out to users who belong to a specific department that I've just seen in the data. Specific department hasn't viewed the content they were supposed to, and I can reach out to just that department here based on that data in order to get them to consume that all-important content. So the next step would be choosing my channel. Do I want to send them a quick text message? Maybe an in-app message right within SharePoint, right on top of the SharePoint page as a quick header or footer. That pop-up will appear with that all-important message or that link to the content they need to consume. Maybe an email, or I can maybe send them a message within Teams that will show up as a channel in Teams. Next would be to design that message. In this message, you can write some text that you want them to see. There can even be a call to action. Maybe you notice in the data that users are lagging in terms of consuming certain content. So you can schedule a training session. They can RSVP to that training session. You can ask them a question based on the data. They can send their responses to you. Maybe you just want no call to action. You just want them to confirm that they have received the message. Maybe you can send them, again, the link. We would like to you can maybe send them directly the link to that content you want them to consume. And again, you're not bombarding everyone with that message, but just a specific group or department or team that you've seen in the analytics part that you want to target. So the next step would be, when should I send this message? It can be sent immediately. You can schedule it to be sent at a specific date and time in any time zone, or you can trigger it based on their behavior. So when they are scrolling down a specific page, or when they are viewing specific content for more than a certain amount of time. So you know they are actually active, they are engaged, they are maybe looking for something on that page. Maybe they're looking for that specific piece of content, but they cannot find it. So you know when they are scrolling down that specific page, what they are most likely looking for, and then this pop-up can appear if they found what they're looking for, or this pop-up with a link to that content could appear. So it really depends on the objective and the goal and what you want to achieve. That is what I wanted to show you today. Today is short and sweet. In terms of this webinar, I would like to go back to my presentation. So now let's hop over to Q&A. Please do send us any questions you may have in the GoToWebinar questions box. I have a question from Frida. She asked about the trial. Thank you, Frida. Yes, I was serious about the trial. I will reach out to everyone after this webinar to set up that free trial for our augmented analytics solution. Yes, we were really serious about that. So thank you very much for joining, and we will speak to you all about setting that up. I also have a question from Bento. Are your solutions available for purchase in AppSource? Yes, both the solutions I just showed you, the analytics part, or augmented analytics part, and the engagement solution, they are available in AppSource. I have another question from Kumar. Does it take a lot of time to deploy? So what's really neat about our tools, or this tool, is it's designed for SharePoint. So there is no need for customization when you want to deploy. With our setup wizard, you can get it up and running within an hour and already start to collect data. So I don't see any more questions. I'm going to wrap up our session today. As a reminder, we have recorded this webinar and we'll be sending out a recording tomorrow for you to share with your colleagues who may be unable to attend. We invite you to visit us at cardiologanalytics.com to book your free demo of Cardiolog Analytics, so we can also show you how our analytics capabilities for SharePoint and Viva Engage, Teams and OneDrive and Exchange. You can also tweet us, and for more information and helpful tips, you can check out our blog at blog.intlog.com. And for more information, you can contact us at info@intlog.com. And like I said, we will be in touch with all of you who attended to set up that trial for you for our augmented analytics solution. Thank you very much for joining, and have a great rest of your day. And again, congratulations on that free trial that we are giving away to our attendees. All right, everyone, take care and goodbye.